All right, y'all. Look, my remote's not working, so I'm gonna have to walk from one side of the phone to the other, and I got y'all up. Believe it or not, I got y'all on a VBS can. It's a big old can right here because my tripod won't work the way my table's set up. So we are getting ready to make a Gingersnap apple icebox pie. And you make it in a loaf pan, and I sprayed a little olive oil in the bottom, and then I put in some just cling wrap, you know, what you call saran wrap, cling wrap, whatever. But you want it to overhang a little bit because we're going to be making a pie in here. Then once we're done, we'll flip it out, and this is going to help get it out. But it stays in the freezer for 5 hours. So we won't see this until, you know, Thanksgiving. I'll do some pictures. Maybe I'll do a live at Thanksgiving, get some of my family on there. But what we're going to be using is some ginger snaps, and these are just some Dewey's triple ginger snaps. Very good cookies. They have some lemon ones and chocolate ones too. And we'll crush those up in my food processor, and then we have some softened cream cheese, and we're going to be putting a half a cup of caramel sauce in your favorite caramel sauce, y'all. Put it in with the cream cheese, and we're going to beat that up together. And then we're going to take, it calls for 3 Granny Smith apples. I'm using 4 because these are very small Granny Smiths, and I feel like we need that. And then we'll mix some brown sugar, some cinnamon, a little bit of lemon juice up, and we're going to cook those apples on the stove and get them to their syrupy, okay? Because it's almost going to be like kind of like an apple pie filling, and we're going to layer these things in here for this cake. So the first thing I'm going to do, y'all, is I'm going to put y'all on pause. I'm going to peel my apples, and I'm going to just dice them up, finely diced apples. And I'm going to go and get these started, and we'll come back when it's time to put it all together. All right, I'm going to just show y'all, got these peeled. I'm going to just show y'all how I chop up the apples the easiest. So I just slice them. I've already cored them. I've already peeled them, and then I just go down and make slices of them. Okay, and then I try to stack my slices if I can. Some of them you can't because they're like the little end pieces, and then I just make a couple more chops through them and just chop them up. Okay, or you can pile them all in a pile and do it. Sometimes I feel like this is a little bit easier. Gets them a little more uniform in size. But we just really gonna cook them up. Right, like this pile right here, I'll show y'all a difference, okay? So you just gotta do a little bit more chopping when it's like this, and they're not, you know, some of them are slivers, some of them are chunks. So, you know, it's not even. But you can, it's not that big a deal. It's apples. So whichever way y'all want to do it. All right, I'm going to finish getting these cut up. I've already got my cream cheese and my caramel right here to mix up. And once I mix that up good, we dump in a cold cup of heavy whipping cream and get that going. I'll be back in a minute. All right, y'all. I got my apples chopped up. I got my half a cup of brown sugar in here. We're going to put the juice of half a lemon in. It's hard to do way up here, isn't it? I'm so short, y'all. I'm so short. We'll just lay that right there out the way. Now we're going to put in our cinnamon, brown sugar, lemon juice, cinnamon. How much cinnamon we putting in? I'm going to guess a teaspoon. Yep. So smart. If I ain't, doing it. If I can get this off, find a teaspoon. Mine's wet in there, so I don't want to use it. This one's too big. This is 2 teaspoons, y'all, so I'm going to just do half of this. There we go. Maybe a little bit more. I don't know if I got half. A little bit for good measure. All right. Apples, brown sugar, lemon juice, cinnamon. Now, I'm going to stick this over here on the burner. We're going to turn this up on medium heat, and we're going to cook it. We're going to cook it up, y'all. We're going to stir it up. It's going to cook down. It's going to get syrupy. That brown sugar and the sweetness of the apples. Y'all, it smells like fall in here. All right, so we're gonna get those cooking. Y'all see over here? That's some pumpkin pies, little mini pumpkin pies I made earlier. Y'all can watch that video. I videoed it. I'm not sure when I'm gonna post these, y'all. Sorry, but it's a lot. Like, I got a lot of things to make for Thanksgiving, and I can't post them all in one day. One, it would kind of be a waste of a video, because y'all are busy too. Y'all can't watch all them videos in the same day, and then you don't want to go back and watch them later, because I'll be posting more and you'll be behind. So I'll post them some, maybe one or two each day. But I'm going to mix this stuff up, and I don't want y'all don't need to watch that. All right, I got the caramel and cream cheese mixed up. I do not want to put in my heavy whipping cream yet until my apples are done, because I don't want it to sit out. You know, whipped cream stuff, you need to use it. Y'all need it to sit out and get warm and all that. And so as soon as my apples get done, I'll come back and I'll put the whipped cream in. We'll come back and we'll layer this thing up. Okay, we're getting ready to make another Thanksgiving dish. This is one that is my daughter Casey's favorite, and I actually did this on a live. It was one she had won the live, and we lovingly call it green cook. Most people probably call it a jello salad, a green jello salad. So we are going to start with, we'll just put in our pineapple. 1 can, what is this? A 20-ounce can of crushed pineapple. Juice and all, folks. 1 24-ounce container of cottage cheese. Okay. And then we will put in 2 3-ounce boxes of lime jello. You can just buy the 6-ounce box. I had 2 smalls. That's what I'm going to use. And we put this in dry, people. We do not mix it up according to directions. That's why we left the juice in our pineapple, because that juice from the pineapple and the little bit of juice in the cottage cheese will make this set up. And by not watering it down, it makes it a little more on the tart side. We have kind of split family here. 2 of my sisters and my mom, they mix theirs up with some water and dew and whatever. But that ain't the way I make it, okay? I like it a little bit of tart, and this is the way Casey grew up, and this is the way she likes it, so that's what we're going to do. All right, now we're going to mix this up pretty good. And just stir it all together. Look, it looks like a leprechaun. This is not St. Patrick's Day, y'all. This is Thanksgiving. And believe it or not, this is my daughter's favorite side for Thanksgiving. It is good, but she loves it. Now, normally we would put probably about anywhere between a half to a cup of pecans. But her son is highly allergic to all nuts, so we make sure that he doesn't have to worry about anything on our holiday get-togethers. We're a nut-free house for Thanksgiving and Christmas for him, because nobody wants to be left out and have to worry, can I eat this, or did somebody touch a nut and now they touch something else, and we just don't do it. So we're a nut-free house. I put like a half a bag of marshmallows. It's however many marshmallows y'all like. You put a whole bag if you love marshmallows. This is not one of those, you know, get out your measuring cup and measuring spoons. This ain't rocket science. It's cooking, y'all. It's combining some stuff up. So we got our marshmallows, and now we're going to put in a tub of Cool Whip. You need to stretch your recipe. Get a big container of Cool Whip instead of the little one. It doesn't really change the taste much. You know, you can do that. But I had this one in the freezer, so that's what I'm using. And then with this now, see, I'm not stirring this. I'm folding it. I'm coming underneath, and around. This is how you fold. Underneath and around. Underneath and around. Sometimes you have to get the little chunk out. But basically, you don't want to stir this all up because your whipped topping, which, look, normally I would make my own whipped topping. But for this one, I will be making some homemade whipped cream to have with our pies and things. But for this recipe right here, because it'll probably end up being leftovers. Maybe not. We have about 30 people coming, so it may not be leftovers. But if so, the Cool Whip holds up for leftovers better than homemade whipped topping. It seems to deflate quicker. Because, you know, Cool Whip's got all kinds of vegetable oil and stuff in it. That's not really good for you. All right, that's it, folks. That's all she wrote. How easy was that? And it's delicious. If you don't have nut allergies, I can tell you that pecans in it make it, oh, so good. But we're not going to worry about that. I love my grandson. We're not going to worry about some nuts. All right. That's it, people. We have our Jell-O salad. And I'm going to put this put a little lid on it. I'm going to take it downstairs and put it in my refrigerator down there. And she's going to be ready to roll. If you wanted to pretty this thing up, you could cut your little, some little maraschino cherries up. Maybe cut some in half. Put them on here. You could get some rings of pineapple and kind of pat them dry real good. And put little pineapple rings, almost like you would for a pineapple upside down cake. Put the little half cherries in there and decorate it up. We like it like this just fine. So make you some green gook, people. All right, so we have got our cookies crushed up. We've got our apple cooked and cooled. And I have added in the cream cheese, salted caramel, and whipped cream, heavy whipping cream to stiff peaks. That's a stiff peak, y'all. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is, let's see what it says. Spread 1/4 of the whipped cream mixture in the bottom of the pan. So I'm going to kind of eyeball this and get 1/4. I've like quartered my bowl. Alright, that looks like about 1/4, y'all. I'm going to try to spread it with the spatula, but, you know, this spatula is silicone, which means everything sticks to it. So, we'll try. I'm trying to keep this little saran wrap. See, it pulls. So, I might have to, let me try this spoon. I thought I grabbed an extra spoon. Yeah, there it is. So, this may work better than that spatula, because it doesn't pull when, yeah, this is working better. I used to have a little offset spatula, but I couldn't find it. And I just cleaned out my drawers. I guess I've lost it somewhere. It's great for cake decorating. All right, so we got that 1/4. Let's see, maybe that's not quite 1/4. Let's put a little bit more, y'all. Now that looks about good. I put a little more in this corner over here. Y'all have to eyeball things, people. Sometimes you just have to eyeball it. All right, now, then we're going to put a layer of cookies. Okay, and this, we're going to do this 3 times, so we need about 1/3 of these cookies. Now look, y'all can leave your cookies whole. The actual recipe says to leave it whole. I just thought it would be good with crushed up ones. But if y'all want to leave your cookies whole, by all means, do it. Alright. When I saw this recipe, I was like, oh my goodness, that sounds yummy. All right, and so now we're gonna need about 1/3 of our apples. So can y'all see this? Yeah. I'm gonna try to split this kind of up into thirds. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just layers. But then I want to try to break this up a little bit. I set it outside to get cool, and boy did it. Because it's not going to spread real good on these cookies. You know what I mean? Like they're going to get coated. So we want to try to get little bits and pieces and kind of sprinkle it if that's possible. Because, you know, it's going to just kind of mess up. I might have got them too cool, but we're rolling with it now, y'all. So it's not going to be spread like every single bite is not going to have an apple piece in it, because it's not an even thing. We're just filling. I'll show you what it looks like when I get this on here in my pan. Can y'all see it in there? Maybe y'all can already see it. I'm just wiggling it around to try to get some apples everywhere. All right, y'all. All right. So can y'all see that? All right. So we've got whipped cream, cookies, apples. We're going to do it again, y'all. We're going to do it again. Whipped cream. You don't want to put too much whipped cream because you end with the whipped cream. It's a little bit hard to spread because it's sticky. We're going to, all right, let's get that off of there. We're going to do the best we can with spreading this out, y'all. But it's sticking to the apples a little bit. So just do the best you can do. Just take your time. This isn't a race right here, and you can just kind of smear it. Just try not to pick up your spoon all the way when you maybe do a little more like I'm doing, like a little swirl here like this. Okay. All right, so how am I looking here? Get a little bit more in here to do the quarter. See, y'all, I love this. See, this to me is like art. This is creating something. It's going to be so delicious, and hopefully it's going to be pretty with all these layers in here, y'all. I'm kind of excited about it. All right, can y'all see? We got our next layer. All right, now what was next? Cookies. All right, we'll come in with some more of these little cookies. I might have actually had too many cookies, because it called for 36 little cookies, but because I crushed them, and these were really thin, those little Deweys, they're not like your regular gingerbread, and I assumed that this recipe was, you know, dealing with regular thick kind of Gingersnap, so that's why I just put a little bit more, so I might end up with more. All right, yeah, we're going with our next little thirds here, these little apples. Do y'all want to keep watching this, or do y'all want me to turn it off till I'm done? Oh, you want to keep watching? Okay, then. I hear you. I don't blame you. I'd want to watch me, too. Oh, I'm full of myself. All this Thanksgiving preparation got me excited, y'all. This is my favorite time of the year. I get to cook and cook and cook and have my family over and friends over, and everybody just eats and everything looks so nice. And it's just the beginning of the giving season, right? And y'all know I love to give. So this is just my favorite time of the year. It is kicking off the holiday season. It's the holiday season. Whoop-dee-doo and boop-dee-boo. I have no idea the words to that song, but it came to my mind. So Sometimes when Laurie's in her kitchen, things pop in my mind and they just come out. I can have a good time all by myself, but tonight I'm having a good time with y'all. Thank you for joining me, sharing a little bit of your time with me, because I like that too. I like doing these videos, y'all. I told y'all I work for my son, his moving company, and I like my job. I ain't gonna lie, and he knows, and I'm not gonna tell y'all I love my job, but I like my job. I meet some cool people when I do my on-sites, and I make good relationship with my people on my accounts, for my commercial accounts, and, I love working with family, and I love helping my son to build his business. But my passion, y'all, is cooking. That's what I love, and he knows that. He likes to cook too, so I ain't saying nothing against him. So when I get to do this, and I didn't think I'd ever get to really cook for people again. Whoops. And here I am, cooking for all of y'all. I told y'all, did a little video, but if everybody didn't watch it, thank y'all so much. I got to 500 followers. I'm so excited about it. Because I hope that it's not because I want a big head and I want people to follow me, y'all. That's not who I am. And if you know me, y'all know that's not true. I want to be able to inspire people and show people how easy it is to cook and how fun it can be to cook. It doesn't have to be difficult. I hope I give y'all, some little quick tips to make things easier in the kitchen. Hey, y'all, this thing's looking good. I am impressed with this. I am glad I'm trying this. I hope it's tasty, because it sure does look good, y'all. All this caramel apple with cream cheese and heavy whipping cream and ginger snaps. And I'm going to freeze it. And then we're going to, turn it out on a plate on Thanksgiving Day, and it's going to be one of those, you have your regular desserts, then you have your, cold desserts. So we'll pull this out at the last minute, almost like you would, a cheesecake. You can't just let it sit on the buffet or whatever, for the whole time. You pull these out right when everybody's really starting to eat their dessert. And they eat it up. So, that's what I'm hoping for. They don't eat it up. Alright, let's go with our final layer here. The rest of this delicious caramel cream cheese. I am excited to try this one. I think all my family that's been doing the keto is going to just eat. I don't think they're going to try the keto for Thanksgiving. Now, my son, Corey's doing the carnivore diet. And so, Corey is sticking to his carnivore diet. I'm cooking him. He only eats meat, butter, and eggs. And the only seasoning he uses is salt. Not even pepper. Nothing. Eggs, meat, butter, and eggs. So I am going to take my Instant Pot, I keep calling it that. Alright, not on the last layer, don't mess me up over here. I am going to make him a beef brisket. And he said he might eat a little bit of ham and maybe like a turkey leg. But anyway, mainly he's going to eat that brisket. Because his mommy loves him. And she makes him special stuff. I try to make special stuff for all my kids. But I know when they see this, and they're going to probably comment, of course you would make it for Corey because he's your favorite. They all think Corey is my favorite. But it ain't so. They're all equal in my eyes. All right, y'all, look here at the beautiful little cake. Okay, we're going to stick this in the freezer. And it says put it in the freezer for a minimum of 5 hours. Let me read to y'all what it says. It says, fold plastic wrap overhang over the top. There ain't enough overhang to fold, so I'm going to put some plastic wrap over it. Freeze until completely chilled at least 5 hours and up to overnight. Then we will unwrap the loaf pan, invert it on a cutting board or platter, remove the loaf pan and the plastic wrap, drizzle it with caramel sauce, and eat it. All right, that's it. One more recipe done. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.